Time to die. Die. Time to die. Die.
I'm so sorry. Alright, welcome back to Mr. Goodbar's adventure. Here we go. We're going to be doing Maggot Lair. It's so much fun. Alright. Now. Excuse me. I'm tempted. Oh, I had a fucking portal there the whole time. Really? Ugh. This is Maggot Lair. This place sucks. We all know it. Now you're probably like, this doesn't look that bad. Oh boy. You've clearly never played a sorcerer. You clearly never played a necromancer. Because this, as a necro, is hell. This is the most annoying shit in the game. It is absolutely the most annoying place for a necromancer to deal with. And you're probably like, it doesn't seem that bad, you're kind of crushing shit. So, Emilio Estevez over here, he pretty much just gets in one spot and then just gets destroyed like that, right? That's what happens to your summons as a necro, and it's fucking annoying. Now, the other thing is, your summons get stuck on each other very, very easy. It's just... it's not fun, dude. You're not gonna have a good time with it. No. Why? I don't want that. Scythes take up way too much space. I should probably go back and get more pots, but it's Maggot Lair. I don't care enough. So, here's the other thing too. You do not get the abilities that you should normally have as a summoner. So a summoner with like Enigma, fan-fucking-tastic. One of my favorite builds I've ever created in the entire time playing the game. It's just so fun. So when you teleport or you use like Town Portal or something, you might notice that my follower gets immediately attached to me. That's what you have to do in here to make it efficient. And this is required. This is a mandatory part of the game. You can't just say, oh, I don't feel like doing Maggot Lair today. No, you can't do that. You have to fucking deal with it. It's probably one of the biggest obstacles for a summoner to figure out. It's kind of the same with Arcane Sanctuary, which is also in this act, but Arcane Sanctuary is tolerable. At least in Arcane Sanctuary you can move around, you know? You've got like actually some areas you can move through that aren't like complete bullshit, and you have like, it's like 3x3 or something like that. It's actually not, it's still bad, but it's not as bad. But for melee characters, Arcane Sanctuary is pretty tough. So for me, it's fine because I can absolutely just bottleneck enemies around the corners like this, and they just, like, it stops them dead in their tracks. They can't actually do anything. But if you're a summon, Necro, guess what? You are only attacking one at a time. It is very fucking irritating. It's one of, if not the most irritating dungeons as a summon Necro. The only one that comes really close to that is probably... oh god. You know, I don't know, that's probably the worst. I'd say, maybe River of Flame can get pretty bad, but it just depends on what monsters you have spawned and what summons you're using at that point. And by the way, I'm referring to, like, once you get to Hell difficulty at that point, because it's kind of all I have a base from. See, look at this, this is easy. If I was playing as a Necro, I'd be going fucking crazy. It's absolutely just awful. So, trust me, melee characters, it's not a big deal. It becomes a big deal with low resistance because, yeah, look at this. Fucking fire res up the ass, I got some decent lightning res. It's not the best, but it's 20, that's better than 0. I really need to go get health. See, this is where I get overconfident, and I start to cock up, and I get really mad. This could be bad really quick. This is just in case I have to do it, because I'm going to have to go through this narrow-ass corridor every time. Now, this is the other problem, too. If those fucking maggots start laying eggs everywhere, guess what? They don't call it the Maggot Lair for nothing. Because guess what? There's going to be so many of those damn things in here that you can't do anything about it. There's an enemy like that called, I think, Wretched Queen. It's Wretched something. And it's in hell, and it spits out fucking babies, and like, if you're not careful, Oh yeah, you're gonna fucking hate yourself by the end of it. It's just not a fun time. Okay, let's see. I could easily just walk over 5 steps and get potions and scrolls, but I think I have enough scrolls. What do I have in here? Poison reduction, garbage. This is just not good, whatever this is. This is just not good. I've never really bothered with throwing weapons in this game. Magic Find Life. This is actually pretty good. It's even got a socket in it, hell yeah. Well, that's not very good. Never mind. So what I just did there was I transmuted that. If you have 3 rings, you can make an amulet. 3 amulets make 1 ring. So this is something the game doesn't really tell you can do. You can look on Ari at Summit, or I trust Ari at Summit more than the wikis. The wikis for D2 are very fucking inaccurate. I mean, they have their pluses, but I love how there's like, oh, there's one I found like a while back ago, like a few years ago, that was just like, I don't know, I think it was like a user page someone tried to turn into a fucking article, and like, you're not supposed to do that because it's really shitty and kind of self-centered. But like, oh, I don't know. It wasn't for Brother Laz, because Brother Laz made the Median mod, if you're curious, and he's pretty cool dude, so I can't complain there. He has every right to have his own wiki page. If I made a wiki page for myself, that'd be really shitty, and I think I'd have every reason to be called an asshole, right? You don't need to look at me. Maybe. But, yeah. I don't remember. Anyways, the point is the wiki... There's 2 different wikis, and I think one of them got absorbed by the disgusting shit that is fandom wiki, which I just don't look at because it's just garbage, like every time. It's also usually written and moderated by like 5-year-olds, so if you're like, hey man, I'm a fucking fandom wiki editor, well, you need to do a better job. Start editing your pages better, because a lot of them are just grammatically incorrect, and they're also just really... They're just basically like, I like it, therefore I'm going to say as much as like I think about it and have zero... I don't know. I have very negative opinions on fandom. But, yeah. The wikis are kind of inaccurate, but they do have a good baseline of knowledge that you can pull from, but who needs that whole shit? You got me to tell you what to do. So... I could probably try and kill Duriel without... Okay, there's where we need to be. This is actually really good. I really should go in there with some health pots. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, it's probably a very good idea. Let's stop trying to see how much I can cheese this and actually do it right. Normally I'd be farming Andariel, but I want to get this done with and dealt with now. So, I keep forgetting Farah's not that cool and she doesn't have potions. She's pretty cool, but she's not that cool. I can't shout in town, by the way, because town won't let you shout because they have like a noise curfew or something. I don't know. It's dark outside. That means there's a noise curfew. So, alright. This is a nasty spot. Let's try and not fucking make it worse. Oh my god. I just want this thing to die for the XP. I don't actually care what it drops. That thing's dead as shit. So cool, we got the Staff of Kings. And yep, I made a portal 5 inches away. Don't even... The Staff of Kings. Yeah, don't even judge me, okay? I went there, alright? Sue me. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get the next dungeon cleared. Yeah, we're only 10 minutes in. I could probably actually kill Duriel by war of attrition, so I'll give it a try. If I can't, we'll just farm, but I think I should be able to just kind of do it. So now we gotta take this shit from here. This is actually a pretty annoying dungeon. These snakes are relatively challenging that can spawn in here. The main thing that's dangerous in hell difficulty for these things is they knock you back, which it's as annoying as it sounds because they can hit you from a very far away like angle that's hard to tell. And they also, I think they have poison as well, and they also have this bone spear attack that's a necro spell that's just really annoying. It's not really a big deal in single player, but in multiplayer it will pierce your party because bone spear as a spell actually pierces enemies. It's not terrible. You see right there, they just fucking bounce you around. It's really irritating. And I need some better gear. My damage is not cutting it right now. Like a record. I meant to say right now, but I said it twice because I'm fucking tired. I get a lot of shit. Jesus Christ, there's so many snakes. Indiana Jones would be shitting himself, and my ex-girlfriend would be in a fucking fever dream right now. She used to be a snake breeder. I like snakes too. Snakes are pretty cool. I'm a spider. God damn. Okay, this is why these things suck. Let's just do the smart thing and put them in this hallway and just beat the shit out of them. Pound their asses. There we go. Salamander, more like shitmander. Am I right?
I am overburdened.
You're not overburdened. You're never overburdened. You're too cool to be overburdened. So you can also see, by the way, I know what to do in terms of movement already, kind of. Because this is a very basic character in terms of how it handles, I've noticed so far. But one thing I can already tell you is going to be a problem is fucking repairing shit. This is already becoming a huge pain in the ass. I'm sure it'll level out over time. We are using scimitars, which I don't think like have a very high base durability, but yeah, I would prefer not to have this happen every like 10 minutes. That's actually a huge problem with Zealot as well. So there... Ow, that was my fucking nail I just banged against that. I popped the tip of my finger because my hand's kind of fallen asleep. Actually, let's go back and repair, because before this becomes a genuine problem. So, one thing you can do, if you're unfamiliar, for melee characters, obviously if your gear breaks, that's really shitty, that sucks. So what you want to do to prevent that in late game, this actually might be a good idea just to ignore this room. But I'm not going to. I want the XP because I'm really close to leveling up. There's not very many snakes, and I'm glad they're not like a boss pack, but they're still very dangerous. You can see what I mean. If I didn't have like elemental resistances and shit, this would be a real problem. But like, for the most part, it just depends. There's a few solutions you can do to dealing with durability. You can get repairs durability modifiers, which are a little bit uncommon on really good uniques, but for later game, I'd recommend getting for... You fucking ass clown. God, I hate those things. That's why they're so irritating. If I was a sorceress, they'd all be fucking dead by now. But if they would have hit me one time, I would have been dead too, to be fair. But like... One thing you can always rely on is good old-fashioned Phase Blade. Phase Blade is... I'm gonna get killed if I'm not careful here. Actually, I might get killed right now. I almost save and quit because that was a very bad spot to put myself into. I'm getting way too ballsy, and I don't have that much damage as I think I do. But one thing you can do is get a Phase Blade. There's also some weapons that are indestructible by nature. I recommend getting those. You saw in Butterfinger over there that I had Lightsaber. That's, I think, one of two. There's Azarath, and then there's Lightsaber. So, those are two unique Phase Blades. If I have a preference, Lightsaber is really good. I mean, Azarath is really good too. But those are like... That's like way later. That's not anything I can really even come close to dealing with right now. We're using two shitty scimitars I found in Act 1. Okay, this is not a big deal. So this is a very dangerous spot because... Alright, let's try and get him over here so I don't have to worry. If they're gonna bang into me, I'd rather them do it over here. I could probably use Taunt. But no, that's too smart. That is like too big brain even for me, okay? So this is a very dangerous room in hell difficulty as well because you will just get absolutely shredded to hell. I don't think they get Yeah, these ones don't actually get bone spirits. The ones in Act 5, they get the bone spear proc. Okay, so Amulet of the Viper, that's pretty cool. We turn the sun back on because these punks can turn it off somehow. I don't know how they do it either. They're just that damn good. This map is also always the same. So
it is good to know that the sun shines.
That's nice. So the flock and claw vipers, brah, they suck. So don't do what I'm doing and being lazy. Actually sort your damn gear. Figure your shit out. So we're gonna craft the Staff of Kings. Boom, that's done. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need Social Security. Okay. That's an inside joke. You wouldn't get it. And that's fine. You don't need to get it. Let's actually swap this out. Now that I actually haven't fucked up like a dum-dum. Let's put this in here for 5 minutes. I want to see if this actually is helping my damage in the long run, because I'm going to need it for like 5 minutes. So we need to talk to Drognan? Yeah, that's right. I was like, dude, I don't remember how this quest starts. I always walk over to the palace and I'm like, yo, what's up? And they're like, no, you can't go in there. And I say, but why? And they say, because you haven't talked to the cunt that sells you the fucking scrolls. That's why. So, okay, we go in here and we can go and start doing harem. This map is always the same every time, so it's very easy to navigate. These first 2 layers are also, I think, the same. We need to go to the right. And there should be, yeah, this is where most people start realizing, okay, some of these enemies are really annoying, and this is why, because guess what? These guys shoot, they shoot cold, right? I think they shoot cold. What is it? It doesn't matter. They shoot shit at you that sucks, that's all you need to know. So, one thing that I can recommend is starting to understand that you need to get resistances. And the only reason I'm not bolting straight away into the, does this make him back up? Oh, that's just their AI being shit. One reason you want to, like, kill shit right now is because the XP. In Diablo it does matter, because if you don't level up properly, areas are going to be harder. So let's try and start going into... Shout could be good. It gives us better defense. But taunt is what we need because that's actually a passive. But I'm not using taunt, so it's not really in my best interest right this minute. Let's just put more points in double swing. It's probably better in the long term right now. That'll help a lot. There's just 1 point is also, by the way, usually enough to be good. So I think that the... Yeah, it's going to be over here. I think it always spawns in this corner, like, every single time. Then we go to cellar. And then we can go down. This place is fucking brutal. Look at this dude. This got fucked up by the fence. It's always, like, one of the most disturbing looking sprites to me for some really strange reason. Everyone's like, oh, but they killed all the sexy ladies. I'm like, the guy that got shoved into the fence like a fucking cheesecloth. That's what does me. I don't know why. That just freaks me out. I think this sword was a better option over the long term. Hey, poison res. That's actually probably fine for a few minutes. So horror mages, by the way, are pretty damn important. They drop. Sorry, they deal, I think, fire and cold damage. Not together, but they can spawn. Most mage characters, by the way, spawn with a type of magic, like, to that area. So sometimes they could be cold, sometimes they could be fire. Yeah, you can see right there's poison ones right there. This also happens in Arcane Sanctuary, or not Arcane, but Chaos Sanctuary as well, which is the area you fight Diablo in. That's basically, like, a really dangerous area because of that exact reason. It makes characters that have, like, really bad resistances really bad. So, see, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's just fucking got, like, cheese grated. That's just insane. I've always thought that was the most brutal looking shit in the game. Oh, this guy. These guys are always one of my favorite enemies, too. They look fucking nasty. They have tiny little heads and they use people that are fucking stuck to their hands as sticks. That's awesome, dude. This is a really bad spot I put myself into, and it's really not a good idea. I'm gonna save and quit to prevent myself from looking like a dumbass. Because I'm too dumb to get better items and then go in here. No, I'm gonna do this as cheesy as I can. You can be like, oh, you cheated. Well, if you were playing a hardcore character, you do the exact same thing. I say that every time I do that, because if you were playing a hardcore character, you would not let yourself get bottlenecked in a dumb way and die and lose all of your character right there because you were dumb and aggressive and laughing at how blunderboars look funny. So, don't be like, oh, Seth, you're a monster. Yeah, I know. I know. At least you acknowledge it. I know I'm a monster. So, you're just shouting at air right now. You want to get graphic? We could take the scenic route. You couldn't make a bulimic puke on a piece of fucking corn of peanut poop. I always think of that song. It's great. If you'd never heard On Fire by Eminem, well, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably one of those people that just looked up Monster off that album, and that wasn't off that album. You're like, I like Eminem, yeah, real Slim Shady. And then you don't know any other song. I'm calling you out. I've listened to every Eminem album up to Marshall Mathers LP 2. Favorite? Encore. Flat out. Enough said. You can't beat Mosh. Dude, Mosh is intense. That's a fucking... Like, holy shit, dude. Mosh is like... It doesn't really mean much nowadays, but back in the day, yeah, that was a big fucking deal. That was a huge... Oh man, I get like chills when I hear that song because it makes me remember that time period because I grew up in it. And it's got Rain Man, Big Weenie, Puke. Actually, was Puke on Encore? I can't remember. Big Weenie I know is on Encore for sure. Big Weenie. Big Weenie. My weenie's much bigger than yours is. Sorry. There's no denying that my weenie's much bigger than yours is. Mine is like sticking a banana between two oranges. Why are we even going through this? It's torturous. I love the fucking... I love that part was like, you're disgusting. What the fuck did you eat for lunch? A bunch of sweets or something? What'd you munch a bunch of crunch and munch? Your tooth is rotten. Chew some gum. Here's some gum, sir. I'm sorry. I'll chew some. Chew some. I can't remember the lyrics to that part. It's been a while. I think I had like a... Well, I do. It was from the Pirate Bay, so it's probably like bullshit, and it has like a skip in there, and I'm pretty sure is not in the actual CD. So, I don't know. I've never really double-checked the lyrics there. It's like, Chooserum, I'll Chooserum, or something like that. I don't know. I think it's a fuck-up. Toy Soldiers is on that album. That's a really good one. What else? I think I need to be in the middle. Why am I fucking bothering with this bullshit? Like, what else is on that album? It's got Mockingbird. I hate Mockingbird because I think it's overrated, but it's a good song. Yellow Brick Road. I think Yellow Brick Road's on there. Am I right in saying that? It's been a while since I've listened to Encore. Big Weenie's just fucking great though. I think Puke was on... Yeah, Puke was on Encore. I had to think about that. Rain Man's on Encore as well. Rain Man's my favorite Eminem song ever made. I really liked Relapse. I thought that was good. I didn't like Rehab. I thought Rehab was shit. Relapse was great. Like, every song on Relapse was just fantastic. Rehab was just average. Or sorry, Recovery. Recovery was just average. I'm just gonna say it. It's just pretty average shit. On Fire was pretty good. That's about the only song I really, really liked on that one. I don't know. I just didn't think it was a very strong album. I think that's just an average Eminem album, if I had to be real. And this is coming from someone who's listened to it forever. I'm trying to think of songs off that album. Cold, is that? No, it's Cold Wind Blows. The intro track is pretty good. I love that line, call me Elton John, because I'm just a mean cocksucker. Stick my dick in a circle, but I'm not fucking around. That's one of the best. That's like the only things I could remember for that album, because everything else is kind of average. Changes was okay. I think Changes is on Recovery, though. I think Changes was on Relapse. It's been a while. Those albums kind of blur together. But, like, Relapse had fucking My Mom. It had Insane, Underground. I fucking love Underground. That song's great. Fucking stick Hannibal Lecter in the fucking fruit and vegetable section and have him a fucking lecture. Oh shit, I'm out of portals. Oh hell, what have I done? This is terrible. I've got to be very cautious then. Oh boy. Now I gotta play carefully. This is not a good thing. We're gonna kill Duriel because I think I can kill him by attrition. I'm pretty sure that I can do it. It's gonna be tough, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. I have Can't Be Frozen, so that's already a pretty big deal. I like how I'm like, I hate Act 2 so much I've resorted to talking about Eminem, but it's true. Let's see. What else is on that album that's really good? My Mom was like just fantastic song. I know 30+% of it's actually true. The other is just like intentional, exaggerated bullshit. But I love that line. She killed the fucking dog with the medicine she done fed it. Feed it a fucking aspirin and say that it has a headache. What's that? You want a snack? You hungry, you little brat? Here, take it. It's a Xanax. Take it and break it up. Eat it. Well, I'm not feeling it. Well, fucking break it up. Take a little bit. Eat it before you wake Nathan up. Alright, Mom, you win. I don't feel like arguing. I'll do it. Papa, start gobbling, start wobbling, start trip, fucking stumble, fall, and slip till I fall in bed with a bottle of meds and a Heath Ledger bobblehead. I remember people like getting up in arms over, oh, you can't make fun of Heath Ledger, he's dead. He was in Batman's. And I'm like, fucking so what? Heath Ledger's not the greatest actor ever. And he did a lot of drugs and died, so oh well, you can't change that. Clearly there's a point where you're like too soon, but like I don't think that makes things immune from criticism. Damn it, I hit the wrong dead end. Matthew Perry died recently. That dates the video, but it's true. He died very recently. And I love how my roommate told me that, and my first thought was, what in the goddamn? We all know that is truly Matthew Perry's greatest line of all time. I don't think Matthew Perry was a great actor. He's just kind of average. People only like him because he was in Friends, and I think Friends is a good show, but it's not the greatest thing ever made. And you can be like, oh, but Seth, you don't know. I grew up in 1994. The show was brand new when I was a kid. It's not like I don't know what it was. I grew up watching it. It was okay. I like Friends. I think the later it got, the shittier it got, but that's just... You know, that's just everything, really. I'm gonna fucking grab this, because I think, personally, at this point, it's a good idea to bust out the big boys, because I really think that I'm gonna need it for Duriel, because I don't know how this is gonna go. Until I get better gear, this is probably going to be the better option. But yeah, I thought Matthew Perry was a good actor in some things, but I don't think he's, like, the bomb. I think he's just alright. Magic Find. Sure, why not? I would prefer Cold Res, but, you know, it's all good. Ah, Confusion. I am Confusion. I don't know, Matthew Perry is only really known for Friends that I can think of. I mean, I don't watch TV very much. Like, at all. It took me, like, I don't know, a decade and then some to finally watch Breaking Bad, so... What can I say, right? I'm just a dum-dum. But yeah, like, I don't know, I thought Matthew Perry was just kind of an average actor, but people were, like, shocked that he died, and I'm like, yeah, it is a little shocking, but, like, he did a lot of drugs and, like, drinking, and that does a lot of shit to your body over time. It's not, like, immediate. It's generally a pretty... Like, it does a lot of damage to your heart. Mentally, it fucks with you. There's a lot of, like, issues it can cause to, like, your nervous system. It's pretty dangerous. This is why people say don't do drugs, because they're really fucking dangerous. I think at one point he tried to blame it on Friends' popularity, which is just a cop-out move in my opinion, though, because Friends didn't make you do drugs, you chose to do drugs. I'm sorry, that's just how that works. But we're gonna drop that topic like a hot rock, so... I don't know. I can't really think of anything that Matthew Perry's been in other than Friends. He played Benny in New Vegas, but I just don't care. I'm like, I don't really care about celebrity voice acting and stuff. It's just kind of average in my opinion. I'm like, yeah, cool, you got like so-and-so to do it, but that doesn't make the character better. I don't know, it's like I just didn't think Heath Ledger was that good in Batman, and I can hear you going "Ree" because you like Batman. But I don't like superhero stuff, so I don't think my opinion matters much. But I have seen Dark Knight twice, and I didn't like it each time I watched it. I was like, this is just an average, like, melodramatic crime movie with Batman in it. And it doesn't really... I don't know what people really see in it. I can't tell you what they see in it, because I just don't see it, and I don't get it. Christian Bale is overacting to the nth fucking degree. They're trying to make a very unserious character serious. And people go, oh, well, Heath Ledger made the Joker scary. He's so scary. He's just playing crazy. Crazy's easy to play. Want to know how easy it is for me to play crazy? You want to know what it's like? Do you really? Ah, look at that. A fucking health potion. Maybe if I put it down your throat, maybe you'll be healed too. Or you'll die. It all depends on what's going to happen, really. Do you see what I mean? That's really not that hard to do. And yeah, he was good as Joker because he's the only character in that movie that's actually not a fucking brick. So that's really a low bar, in my opinion. I won't say he did a bad job as Joker. He did fine. But you can't really move past... And everyone's like, oh, well, he got into character and all this ad-libbing. That's not true, by the way. Oh, that scene where the thing, he's pushing the button and it blows up and it scares him was ad-libbed. And I'm like, how is that ad-libbed? You don't have any fucking proof of that. That's bullshit, dude. He fucking was doing what the script told him to do. Did you see the actual script for Batman? Because I'm pretty sure it didn't say, like... oh, like this. Like, I hate that. I hate when people... I don't know why. I'm gonna go on a little mini rant, because I'm fucking doing all of Arcane Sanctuary, apparently. Can't stand when people are like, oh, fucking... this scene was ad-libbed. Do you have a proof of that? Because when you say it, it just doesn't mean anything. It also doesn't mean anything. Like, oh, this scene was ad-libbed. Well, okay then. Sure. Clearly this had to be ad-libbed, or you just don't know what good acting is. That's probably another reaction, too. Because you watch nothing but garbage. I'm gonna fucking over this shit because I do not like this section right here. This is just ass gravy, and I don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna use my class skills to the advantage. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. But no, I just thought it was an average movie. People are like, oh, it's because Heath Ledger... if Heath Ledger didn't die, I'm pretty sure that movie would be just considered to be average, because it's very average, honestly. I didn't watch Dark Knight Rises because I just was not a superhero fan. I just didn't find it that good. I was like, well, I don't like superheroes, so this is pointless. And I didn't like this movie, so what's going to make me like that one? You have Butthole Mask Man, who's, I'm fucking Bane, and I'm Batman, I'm saying edgy things to make people that are 5 years old think it's cool. You have fucking asthmatic Sean Connery as a villain. I can't take you seriously. Like, cool. Just because you make something darker, in quotations, does not mean it's better as well. Fuck. I am so tired of doing Arcane Sanctuary that I'm doing all of Arcane Sanctuary. That is great. But yeah, you have asthmatic Sean Connery punching Batman. I remember there's a video you can find on the internet that, like... I can't believe it's still on YouTube. I'm pretty sure if I look for it, I could find it in 5 seconds, too. It's called, like, Dark Knight Rises fight scene spoiler, and it's just like a BDSM, like, torture porn version of, like, Batman. And they did it like they were recording it in the theater, and, like, it's just really fucking funny. He, like, violates Batman's dead head. He's like, get the bloody cum out. It's really dumb. I can't believe I can remember that. There's, like, a noise that they make. It's like, for fake Bane, it's like, ugh, ugh. Like, they just, like, recycle the same noise twice, and it's really funny. Why do I know this? Because I found it, and it was really funny, and now you're gonna fucking think I'm messed up. And that's fine. That's totally fair. The fact that I can make fun of Batman by bringing that video up because people have seen it, that's what makes it funny. Like, it's like the Pico no Boku of fucking shitty MCU DC films. Like, it's just like, oh no, don't talk about that. Oh, too late, I'm gonna do it. So, Yeah, good times. I can't believe that's still on YouTube if it is, because it's genuinely porn, and it's really funny that it's probably still on there. It was like Pizza Time. If you ever seen Pizza Time? Yeah, you've seen Pizza Time, haven't you? It's, I'm just gonna explain Pizza Time because it's not on YouTube anymore, and you don't have to look it up. It was kind of in the early infancy days of shock sites, like 2 Girls, 1 Cup, 3 Guys, 1 Hammer, or like, 1 Guy, 1 Jar. It was just called Pizza Time. And I think it was pizza_time. It might still be on YouTube, I don't know. I'm not really bothered to look it up. I've seen a lot of weird shit, so it doesn't faze me anymore. Mr. Hands! He likes you. Jesus Christ. Why is Seth so disturbed? Because he's seen this shit. Circle of Flame. Precious Flame. See, I couldn't do that with my Zealot. This is a handy-dandy feature. But yeah, it was basically like, okay, it's like everybody in TMNT, so all the hentai artist guys, whatever their names are, and they're all real dudes, but they're all covered in duct tape. I think it's duct tape and plaster of different, like, it's all green duct tape, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's duct tape. I'm like 99% certain it's duct tape and paper mache. And it was on YouTube for fucking ever. I don't know how it was. And they basically do a bukkake on a pizza, but there's no music and like no sound except like the scrunching of like the tape. And it's like 10 minutes long. It's fucking terrible. And you're probably like, Seth, why did you watch this? Because my friend said, look at this. This is how I've seen like 90% of everything. So for me personally, it's just like, oh look, it's that, okay, good, there's the sorcerer bitch guy. How much cold def do I have? Not very much, so this is actually very dangerous, because I can jump in there and probably get killed, so I probably should get potion. 3 Guys, 1 Hammer was a confirmed snuff film. Well, it was, I think it was intentionally part of a snuff film ring, but they got the guys. They killed like 20 people, by the way. It was fucking insane. Like, that was a genuine problem. And I'm glad that people were able to stop it. It's like that lunatic that like killed that like kitten and shit. I don't want to talk about this. It actually makes me mad. They made a shitty Netflix documentary called like Don't Fuck with Cat People or something like that. That goes into it. He is kicking my ass. I'm gonna go over there and kick his. Fucking nerd. Okay. Is he dead? No. He will be in a second though. Fucking laugh at me. You're dead. Sucks to be you. But yeah, a lot of early shock sites. I'd say Pizza Time is pretty tame because it was all like dudes in like fucking latex or whatever it was, and it was, well, it wasn't latex. I'm pretty sure it was duct tape. I'm like 99. I don't know why I'm so fixated on this, but I'm pretty sure it was duct tape. We're gonna kill Duriel because why not? I'm talking about shock sites. Hello. Cold res and castrate. Yeah, sure, why not? Poison res really, honestly, I'm gonna be real here, poison res isn't that important. It is, but it's not necessary, so. Oh man. I've seen like all those things, by the way, at one point in time, so. I should probably get health, but nah. Let's see, what's their symbol? The circle. The circle goes in the circle hole. I love that video. It's fake, but it's funny. It's called, like, Woman Goes Crazy Over Shape or whatever. And, like, the guy's like, the triangle goes in the square. He's, like, turning it sideways, and she's, like, hyperventilating. I don't know why, but as someone who suffers from OCPD and shit, that's genuinely funny. You'd be like, Seth, that's not funny, because you have those issues. Yeah, but it's funny. The video's funny, and her face is very funny when she's like, oh no. Like, she's almost, like, crying. Duriel's gonna fuck me up. What am I laughing at? I don't know this map. I don't ever know this map. I've played Diablo 2 for, like, 20 years, and I still don't know this map. Was my favorite shock site? Meat Spin. You can't beat Meat Spin. Meat Spin is the best. Meat Spin is just top tier. It had a fucking counter. That's all you need to know. Meatspin had a counter that told you how many spins had gone by. What was it, after like 40 it said you were gay or something? It said you're gay, and it had like a little like let me hang on. I'll show you what it was. It was like, yeah, it was like that or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. Maybe it was. I don't know. It's been a long time. But that one was just great. That was fun because it had audio, and it was. I'm gonna get fucking killed if I stand right there. That one had audio. That's what made it funny, because if you heard it, you knew that that song only could be associated with that one thing unless you were from like the 80s. I actually really like that song. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a very solid piece of music. It's just generic 80s, you know, bullshit, but it's still a really cool song. It's got a nice synth sound to it, like, I love it. It's awesome. It's too bad it got ruined by dicks. I mean, that just happens in life, personally. It happens to everybody, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I think that was, like, my favorite shock site, because it was just so... It was genuinely funny. It wasn't, like, horrible. It didn't have, like, some horrible, like, hellacious story behind it, like One Guy, One Jar, or, like, Mr. Hands, where the guy actually fucking died after that, like, 5 minutes after that. Both of those, actually, they both died. Moral of the story, don't stick things in your ass that are dangerous. I think that should pretty much be the lesson we all learn from this, right? But, no, those are horrible. Those ones are just genuinely awful. Goatsee's scary, because it's like, like, I even remember what it's called. It's called hello.jpg, I'm pretty sure. Am I correct? Or it was welcome or hello? I'm pretty sure it was hello.jpg. Lemon Party was also another good one, because it just, you could fuck with people and be like, hey dude, go to a Lemon Party, it's really cool, Penn Island. That one you couldn't get people with as much because it literally spells out penis land. So that one you had to really put some work in to get somebody with. But shit like Meatspin, you could just like ID it as something else, and then like it was just funny. And then the best thing is you could just play the song and then people would like look at you like, huh? Like they just like turn their head and like look. That was what was really funny about it. So yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that song put Dead or Alive back on the market after it, because I don't think anyone remembered Dead or Alive until, like, that fucking horrible shit came out. Let's take this with us. What is this? One socket. How about, actually, 1 to 16, and these are very, no. Let's see. I don't really think I need to do that. It's probably fine. But, yeah, Meatspin was great. I think that's funny. Two Girls One Cup is also pretty iconic because, like, it's got a music cue, basically. Like, if you've heard that song that plays in it, you just know immediately what's gonna happen. But that one, you had to, like, work for it, you know what I mean? Like, you had to, like... You had build-up to it. It wasn't just immediately disgusting. And that Tub Girl's another one too that came up a lot. Tub Girl's scary looking. I mean, it's not fake either. That's what's really funny, is that one's not fake. It's just, it looks like a fucking snuff film picture or still frame or something. It's just awful. But that one, I mean, that one I think is pretty great. That one is iconic. Was it Sunny D or something that she used? I'm pretty sure. See, the fact that I can remember what they used for the video is depressing, but, you know, it's just, this is what you did. You played RuneScape, and you'd be like, oh, dude, look at this sick drop, look at this, and then you turn your laptop, and it would just be a girl shooting orange juice out of her asshole, because that's what friends do, right? That's the entire purpose of friendship, is to make the other person absolutely hate your guts, because you look up the absolute putridest shit that nobody needs to look at to make them uncomfortable. That's what friendship is. Don't even try to be like, oh no, it's not. Yes it is. Whoa, that mana burn really burns. Oh my god. I don't know, I guess like the firewall procs like 1,000 times, that's probably why. I should buff for this. I need to buff more. I'm really lazy about it right now. But once I get into the character more, it'll be fine. And also, if you're like, why are you killing the minions? They still give you a lot of XP. They're, I think, twice as much XP as regular mobs. So it's worth killing them. Why am I still talking about shock sites? Probably because they're iconic. And it's Act 2, and it just makes me hate the game, so it's fine. But, I wish I could just be a, like, teleport and just go over there, but I can't. I can't become a teleport, like I just said. I meant to say just leap over the wall. But, yeah, I don't know, shock sites were an iconic part of it. Like, they were so easy to get people with. That's what's so funny. Like, it's all like I said, it's just, you trust your friends and their judgment. But they're probably assholes, and they're gonna show you something disgusting that gets you in trouble. I remember, this is no bullshit, my dad, uh-oh, I need to get out of this hellhole. I love that sound so much. It makes that skill even better. I might like it over Charge, because Charge is like a basketball, and that's pretty cool, but that's just like Matthew McConaughey. But, no, man, I think... It's just because my dad... Okay, everyone used... This isn't a time, but... Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of damage. I need to back up. So this is in the days when everybody didn't have a computer yet. So if you had a computer in your house, people would just, like, communally share it, you know? So what ended up happening was my mom was using my old computer as, like, a Facebook, like, crypto scam, basically, probably, because she was stupid. And all of a sudden, I just hear, what the fuck, like, muted from across the house. And I didn't remember that my friend had put this remote access virus on my computer because he was an asshole friend. Like, this is genuinely shitty. You shouldn't do this to your friends, but he did this to me. So he put, like, a remote access and saw that I was browsing Facebook. But he probably saw that it was my mom, and so he started playing Meat Spin. And he had it where every time you opened it, it was kind of like the "you are an idiot" virus. Well, that wasn't a virus, but you know what I mean. And that once you hit it, it basically opened up like 30 tabs, and it would like force your computer to crash because of memory overflow, because computers back then weren't that good. So he basically... And my mom was like, it won't fucking close! Like, I heard her scream that. And my dad was like, Sherry, what the fuck? And then like... 10 seconds later, my parents come in, and they're... All I hear is... Like, it's just... There's, like, at least 100 of them open. So there's, like, 200 dicks on screen, and my dad is like, explain, immediately. Like, I was like, I think so-and-so put a virus on my... Why would you let him fucking touch your computer? What are you, stupid? And I'm like, no. So... And then my dad storms off, and this is not a shit joke, this is real. My dad actually comes back like 10 minutes later, and after they called my friend's parents, by the way, because this was before everyone had a cell phone, so they called his parents and said what he did. I must have been about 14. And they call his parents and they say, you know, they explain what happened. And my dad comes back and he throws a Playboy at me and says, "Don't be gay." And that is not fucking exaggerating what happened. It was so fucking funny. It's funny in retrospect, but it was devastating in practice, right? But that actually happened. It was a fucking thing that was... That's why Meat Spin's my favorite too, because it's just... It's so good. You can't beat that. Actually, I'll sell that. Like, oh man. You just can't beat that. You can't. Okay, like you can say, oh well, that's I think this one's better because no, you didn't have 200 dicks flashing on your screen while your parents threw a Playboy at you. You didn't have that. I did. Don't kid yourself, okay? So let's put the staff in here. Boom, hit the OK mark, and let's go ahead and prepare for Duriel. I always show you how to do this because it's important. So Duriel is a big piece of shit, and he's a real problem. I have talked about shock sites for almost like 30 minutes. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a tough one. So we need to get Duriel as dead as humanly possible before he becomes a problem. We'll put that on there. We're going to need healing, and we're going to get a meat shield because he is going to beat the hell out of me real bad. This is going to be really scummy. It's going to be a war of attrition on purpose. I should really do farming, but I want to get this done and into Act 3 as soon as possible. So, what do? You should know the drill by now. So let's go ahead and put this over here just to get it out of the way. And we are going to open our inventory up. I should probably be okay potion-wise, but we're going to go ahead and chomp down Thawing Potion and Stamina Potion. We're going to max our cold res. This is going to last for about 5 minutes, probably give or take. And I'll chomp down an antidote as well. Chomp down a few of those. Good. And we're going to go kill Duriel. How many portals? 11. That's better than 1, so that's fine. I'm not going to bother getting more. Put your portal here. Okay, come on. I'm hoping this goes well. It looks like it's going to go well. It's really bad. Let's keep him alive. Okay, now it's getting bad. No, please don't aggro on me. You don't want me. Now I have to deal with him the old-fashioned way. So this is a really easy fight, but it's only made difficult because Duriel has what's called Holy Freeze. And what Holy Freeze does is it slows you down, and regardless of your cold res. So it's very dangerous. I might be able to kill Duriel. We'll see how it goes. I think I should be able to kill Duriel. I am really going to have a shit time if I'm not careful, though. So I can kind of slow him down, which is great, but he has a lot of health and I don't have that much damage. But I should be able to out-DPS him over time. If I'm lucky. That's the main thing, is if I'm lucky here. You can see, as long as I keep him kind of stunned, it's all good. Like, it's all gravy, mate. Caster characters have a lot harder of a time with Duriel than I'm doing right now, because caster characters, they have to deal with, like, the fact that they're usually very frail. A very common tactic for casters is also to get a summoner, if you're making a summoner. Even just a standard necro, I recommend getting Clay Golem as a 1-point, because you'll always have the ability to... I don't know how long these potions are going to last, so yeah, they're probably wearing off. Let's do that. Yep, they've already worn off. Good. Let's just do that now. And put some more of these. But yeah, casters generally have a harder time, but as long as you've got something like to ignore it, like, or distract Duriel, you're probably fine. One thing that a lot of players do by complete mistake is not take cold seriously. If I didn't have that potion in me, this would be a lot more brutal. It's a very, like, useful tactic that I strongly recommend realizing you can employ. Because if you don't do this correctly, it's gonna suck. And I'm kind of cheesing it because, well, I just want to get into the game, right? So, this is a very dumb idea. You're not really meant to do what I'm doing, but it works. How many do I have? 7. Okay, 7's probably fine. Farah, hook me up. Okay, good. So, like I said, it's not that bad. I'll go and try and... Yeah! Jimmy Witchered his ass. Okay. You can safe spot Duriel pretty comfortably when you're playing as a sorceress, too. Because he generally... Does he debuff you? Okay, that's just the way the game looks. Okay, that's fine. This is also very dangerous, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Duriel is usually where a very inexperienced player is going to hit a fucking brick wall, and you're going to go, this is insane, how do I do this? There's obviously different ways to do it. You can just go in there after farming Andariel for a while and pretty much just steamroll over him. I don't want fucking 6. You know, I'm going to be smart and not make a terrible mistake and actually buy scrolls. I should be able to kill him in like one more go. You want to be careful. I think that's the main thing, is Duriel is not a joke.
Yes, citizen.
You do not want to farm Duriel either, because he's just not worth it. I'm going to get another round of pots in me just to be safe. These are very inexpensive if you couldn't tell, so you're not really going to lose a lot of gold doing this. But hey, some people can say, okay, I'm not getting good drops, what do I do? This is exactly why I make this kind of stuff the way I do, because anybody can just say, oh, you just do this, and that doesn't mean anything, right? So actually knowing how to do it, big important deal. Fucking yell at him. Tell him who's the real boss. Okay. I'm the fucking boss of Act 2, not you. You think you're the best? Well, yeah, think about it. Yeah, think about it. So, yeah, Duriel is not worth farming, by the way. Duriel is terrible. That is the only time you'll ever see a good drop from Duriel, is the guaranteed, like, drop at the end. So, yo, what's up, Tyrael, my dude? Yeah, send me home, Tyrael. You can go home, too. I'm not going to stop you. Meshif, my man. Greetings. What do I talk to? I talk to Jaren, that's right. Jaren. No, actually, that jewel could be good. It could be better, but it's fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Put that in there. See, we haven't died yet. I say this nervously. We'll put this over here. And we get this. Now you're probably like, Seth, end the video already. You're 57 minutes into the game and you're still talking about shock sites. Yeah, I know. We're gonna do one thing before we leave. Where's Jaren? Where is he? He's supposed to be... Oh, he's in the palace. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's right. Now we can talk to Meshif, and he's like, okay, we'll go to the land of misbehaving... I don't know. I'm tired. It's only 10:40. I've been playing Diablo 2 all day. So we'll sail to the east to Kurast. And this is pretty important. Wait, we gotta do it.
You now speak to Ormus.
Ormus is so fucking cool. You can't be as cool as Ormus. I don't care what you think. You're not. Alright, you're just not as cool as Ormus. So, there's Diablo. He just shows up. See, I killed Diablo. See, I killed him again. I killed him a bunch of times. Yeah, that just happens, by the way. That's just a thing that happens. It's never really explained why that happens. It just does. So, we're going to do the Golden Bird before I forget about it. Level 21. Let's pump up some Vit. I'm a little nervous. And we need more damage. So we are going to get... I guess another point in double swing. We'll put that up to 10, and that should give us enough. By the end of, like, Act 3, we should be just fine. And Daryl will probably give me another level or two off camera as well, but we'll see. So what am I doing in here? What I want to do is do the Golden Bird now, because Golden Bird equates to extra life for, like, no effort, and I can't complain about that. So... Alright, this could be bad. My fire res is okay, but they are going to deal a lot of damage. So Act 3, most people hate Act 3. You are totally wrong to hate Act 3. Act 3 is great. Oh my god, Act 3 is ass. Never mind, I take it all back. So if I kill that unique, that's actually what I came out here to do. Yeah, he's extra strong, makes sense. What the fuck? He's supposed to drop the golden bird! Fucking lying to me, game. Okay, this is supposed to be the first unique pack you come across and you kill. You get a unique item called the golden bird. This is how, or the jade figurine. I don't know, it's something. It's a mean green submarine. You get something. Actually, I'll do this. Because while we're here, I'll probably do it while I'm in this dungeon. So, if I'm correct... Is this a spider dungeon? It's something. It's something with spiders. All I know is you go to the bottom corner and you get the item, and it's real easy. So, okay. I really am kind of sad that I haven't found the golden bird yet. This is all I'm doing. This is the only reason I'm showing this, is so people know how it works, and it's not working. So I don't know, man. This is a little bit bullshit. These spiders, by the way, have the most dangerous, like, poison proc in the entire game. Their poison is enough to kill you. Well, it won't kill you, but it lasts for, like, I think, like, some ridiculous shit, like 8 minutes. It's absolutely insane how long it actually lasts. So, the reason I want this quest is because it's easy and it takes, like, 2 seconds, and
I can't.
I love it. I love this character. I love this character so far. I'm not even being sarcastic. This is actually really fun. I'm kind of exploring unknown territory right now, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so this is not the dungeon we need to be in, and I'm surprised I haven't fucking found a unique at all yet. This is really annoying. You're supposed to find the first unique pack you kill drops this damn thing. And it's actually worth my time because it's like 20 life, and that's pretty important right now. Especially because I'm going to be doing Andariel farming, so that extra life is really useful. Okay, this is just bullshit, man. You just got to sit here and watch me wail on spiders for a while. If you're like, Seth, were you arachnophobic? I was. I am no longer arachnophobic as of like a decade ago. I love spiders, they're great. I was going to be a tarantula breeder with my ex. Kind of glad it didn't happen. She was terrified of spiders as well. This is really dumb. Fucking hell, where is the golden bird? Kane, you hiding it in your butt? What's going on? Fucking one cane, one bird? I don't understand. Poison res and life? Not really. Not really worth my time. So the good thing as well is, just like a sorceress, we can kind of hop around here. Yeah, you think I was kidding, by the way? I've been poisoned for like 8 minutes straight. This is just how this works. So we can just jump across the river if it's a tile that we can jump over. If it's a decorative thing, there's some little decorations you can't jump on, especially in the sewer dungeon later on. I am just fucking shocked that we have not encountered the golden bird yet. Or that many uniques. That's really weird because they usually start spawning like right off the bat, but okay, there's one. Fucking finally. Alright, can you do what I want you to do? Actually, let's not get too caught up on this because this could be a really dangerous one. Extra strong. It's probably not that bad, honestly. I mean, Thornhulk's... Okay, if this thing hits me, it's probably gonna knock the shit out of me and make me regret saying, yeah, it's pretty tough. Holy shit. Okay, let's stop pretending that my character's good, because it's not. This... Oh my god, he fucking beat the shit out of me there.
I can't carry.
Alright, this is why I say you need to know how to move your character around, because if you don't know how to move, and you don't know how to kite enemies yet, this is what hell difficulty is all about, is learning how to kite enemies. Okay, good, finally. Jade figurine. Mean green submarine. Let me fucking pick it up. Go back to town. We talk to him, and he goes, ah, I don't like that. That's cool. Meshif likes that thing. He's got a fetish for it. And we go all the way over here. Takes like 300 years. We talk to Meshif. Being a barbarian, don't be racist. And then we talk to Deckard Cain. Again, because he says, I don't know, man. Maybe Meshif's being a racist. That's cool. And then we gotta talk to Alcor. This is the hardest quest in the game. Absolutely difficult. 10 out of 10 difficulty. Should be on Top Mojo top 10s. And Alcor says my favorite thing.
Damn it. I wish you people would just leave me alone.
And then he goes, the golden bird of Kook Banana Dude. And then he says, from the ashes, and then you get 20 points. Hard quest. It was more hard to find the damn enemy than it was to actually do the quest. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some off-camera farming, probably up to level 24, which shouldn't take me too long. And by then, I should have some pretty cool stuff. Let me see when lore comes out. Lore is at 27, so we're pretty close to getting lore. What else? Okay, never mind. Lore is the next rune word I have that I kind of want to get. So next time we see the character, we'll be a lot stronger, better gear, better everything. You know the drill. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. I'll see you in the next one.
Time to die. Die. Time to die. Die.